Look, see what came in the mail today. It's a 18 to 150 millimeter EF-M lens. You may be saying, well, Alex, that's not going to fit your EOS R, and you are correct. You see, my master plan when I left Nikon was I was going to pick up the EOS R5 as my primary camera and use the EOS R, which we're shooting this on, as my secondary, my B-roll camera. But of course, circumstances have changed and the EOS R5 is likely pushed out. So I was down to one camera. And so what I did was I picked up a M6 Mark II, which is that camera right there. And I picked it up with the 16 millimeter 1.4. And then I found a used deal on this lens on Adorama, and it was too good of a deal to pass through. And I know today we're going to be talking about making money as a photographer in 2020, but it's also, hey, it's nice to save a few bucks as well. So this just came in, and this is just meant to be kind of an everyday kind of travel when I want to leave the house with one small little lens. And that's what that little bugger is. So I'm pretty stoked that just came in. I get to play around with that this weekend. So guys, we are back. And guess what? We're going to be talking about, yes, making money as a photographer in 2020. Now, are you wondering how you can make money as a photographer? Maybe you've just started out and you don't know how to get the ball rolling for your business. Perhaps even you've been in business for a little while, but you want to use this time to tighten things up and increase your income. Guys, whatever the case is, these tips I'm going to discuss in this video will help you get onto the path of making more money. If you stick around to the end of this video, you'll also learn some actionable steps that you can take to improve your business. I'll also give you an inside scoop on our current giveaway, which has some pretty cool prizes, including some GoPro cameras. So, what do you say? Pull up a seat. Let's go. All right. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Ready? Pull up a seat. Did you pull up that seat? Are you ready to go? Because you and I, we're going to go right now. Okay, guys. Develop your sales presentation. Now, before you even step foot in a door or call up anybody, you need to have a game plan figured out. It's hard to make money if you can't sell people on the idea that you're the best photographer that they can hire. Now, this being the case, it's also necessary for you to tell these people who you are, what you do, what services you can offer. This requires that you have a sales presentation locked and loaded. Look at this as kind of like your blueprint to success. But first, you need to ask questions, and lots of them. Understand who your client is, what are their needs are, what is most important to them about what you can do that will possibly help them out. Now, then the next part is super important, the most important part out of everything I'm going to talk to you about today. Listen, fight the urge to talk, let them do the talking. You'll find if you ask the right questions, they will tell you exactly what you need to do in order to win them over. Again, let them talk. Far too many photographers try to sell first without even knowing what the client even needs. Guys, this is a big mistake. You're shooting yourself in the foot. So unless you have a crystal ball, which do you? If you do, call me if you do, okay? Zip it up and listen to your potential client. Then, just like a doctor who ran tests and asked questions first before a prescription is made, you will present your services and products tailored to their needs that they just told you. By listening and paying attention, you are now able to give the client exactly what they want. You also establish yourself as a professional and, frankly, somebody that cares about their needs and who they can trust. Here are a few things that you need to figure out ahead of time. Know your potential client, figure out who the ideal client is, and develop your presentation around that avatar. Guys, be easy to contact. Be available on social media, email, phone. You get the point. If you can't present yourself to your clients, if they can't contact you. Next, educate your potential clients. Don't just talk about yourself. Ask if they have questions and really strive to give them resources that they can set aside and make an educated decision if you are the right one to hire. Next, be flexible. Not every client can work with your desired time. Be willing to work outside of your normal hours. Follow up. And this has happened to be another one of those points that I'm going to make here that is just crazy important, guys. A lot of people will contact multiple photographers, and by following up, you have another opportunity to gently remind them about who you are and what you can do for them. Now, here's where things get a little fuzzy for a lot of folks. A lot of photographers don't feel comfortable following up. They think it's almost harassing, but it's on the contrary, it's quite different. So when you follow up, you're putting yourself in front of the client, again, giving them an opportunity to ask further questions, and it shows that you want their business. And if you're concerned about just cold calling out of the blue, when you're leaving them or you're getting off the phone with them for the first time, ask them, hey, what would be a good time to follow up? Or would you mind if I follow up in 7 or 10 days to answer any additional questions that you may have? Get a time, get it on a calendar. They're expecting your call. And again, this is just another step that is going to establish and make you look like the professional that they want to hire. Next, give your client some options. Now, I'm all for specializing as a photographer. If you're a kick-ass wedding photographer, make that your niche. If your landscapes are your thing, go for it. Just because you have a niche doesn't mean you can't offer your clients other products and services. People want options. They want to be able to tailor their experience to their needs. You should jump on that to the greatest extent possible. For example, offer a variety of prints, sizes, shapes, materials, frames, and so forth. Give clients multiple package options like a budget package, a middle of the road package, and a super awesome platinum package. Guys, you can't be everything to everybody, but what you can do is provide clients with enough selection that they feel, though, that they're getting the best return on their investment by hiring you. And this is what I was talking about earlier, the importance of asking questions. When you ask more questions earlier, these packages are going to be custom tailored to your client. It's going to fit like a good glove because you left no stone left unturned, and it makes you, again, look like a professional. Next, diversify your income streams. Just a moment ago, I spoke about finding the niche in photography that you like the most. But even if you work in a niche, you can still diversify your income streams. For example, if you're a wedding photographer and you have a weekend that's free, you can become a second shooter for a colleague and earn a little extra money and some additional experience. Obviously, this is a great tip when everybody's not in self-isolation. Another example, you can offer photo editing services to other photographers to earn some extra money and again, build up some extra experience when business is slow. Heck, you can even teach photography as well. Develop a class or an ebook, charge a small fee, and bam, more income for you. Thank you very much. Yeehaw. Start a YouTube channel and monetize it. Create partnerships with companies that you like and add their affiliate link to your blog. Sell images on stock photography sites, create Lightroom presets, and sell them on your website. Sell digital prints on your website as well. I think you get the point where I'm leading with this. There are tons of ways that you can improve your bottom line without adding a mountain of work to your schedule. Go where the clients are. Social media isn't the end-all be-all for finding clients, but it's a dang good place to start for business. Aside from being a great way to put yourself out there so people can find you, you can also find people in need of photography services. There are a bazillion of Facebook groups on photography. The same goes for events in your area. Often you can find people posting these groups about needing a photographer. By joining these groups, you can get leads on business without even having to pay for advertising or boosting a post on Facebook. Just keep an eye out on your local groups, respond to people's posts about needing photography services, and you could be very well on your way to getting a lot more business. A related idea is to check out the freelance job boards like Upwork, for example. Look, friend, there is literally hundreds of jobs on Upwork alone for photography services that range from product photography to writing about photography to photojournalism. Again, it's a simple matter of going to where the clients hang out and making yourself available to them. But you need more than ideas for making income. So, how do you put these ideas into action so you can put more money into your bank? Guys, it's a 3-step process. First, have a contract. You absolutely have to have a contract. No, they aren't fun to put together and they aren't fun to read, but they will protect you. I can't stress that enough, guys. A contract sets very clear expectations. The client knows exactly what you will do for them and when. So they know how many prints they expect, roughly how long it will take for you to deliver them. They know if they ask you to do more work that it will take more time and it'll be more money from them. On the flip side, it also sets clear expectations for the client. For example, your contract should explain what the client can and cannot do with the digital files that you provide to them. Can the client post images to their Facebook account? If so, under what circumstances? Do they have to ask permission from you? And do they have to give you credit? A contract outlines this and much, much more, and will make your transactions with your client go much smoother. Second, charge what you're worth. So many photographers undervalue their services. Many other photographers simply just don't charge enough to make a respectable living after things like overhead, taxes, paying assistants, and so forth are taken out of the profits of the job. When you quote a price for a job, you need to take a ton of things into account, like cost of new gear, photography insurance, gas and wear and tear on your vehicle, rent, marketing expenses, software licenses, travel time, and the time it takes to edit the photos. There are about a million other things that can suck the profits out of a job, so just be sure to sit down, outline all your expenses, and then create a pricing strategy that allows you to pay for all those things and have a tidy profit to put into the bank account. Guys, you really need to know what your time is worth. Now, I'm not saying that you have to shoot for the stars and pitch clients with a price that is way too high, but don't undervalue yourself either. Strike a balance between having affordable prices that are attractive to your clients and also having enough money left over so you aren't struggling to make ends meet either. Third, make a checklist, guys. You should stipulate everything that you're going to be doing for a job in the contract with the client. But to keep yourself from forgetting anything, having a checklist of what needs to be done is a great idea. It's an amazing idea. It's a must-have. You really need to be doing it. Guys, a shot list is a perfect example of this. Whether it's a small shoot like a family portrait session or a huge event like a corporate gig or a wedding, guys, you really need to have a list of shots that you and the client have agreed that you would take. Not only is this important from a standpoint of getting all the shots that you're supposed to, but it also is important in the case that client comes back to you a week later and says, hey, you didn't take a shot of so-and-so, okay? If that happens, you can pull out your handy-dandy shot list, which you should have had the client sign, by the way, and verify that you took each and every shot on that list. It's just another protective measure for you and your client, and it minimizes the possibility of dispute about what work should have been done. And again, this is just another step that makes you look like a professional in front of your client. There you have it, folks. A few ideas on how to make money as a photographer and how to implement those to maximize your income. Now, before I sign off, here are the details of our current giveaway. We have 4 killer prizes that will be going out to 4 lucky winners this month. We have a GoPro Hero Black, we have a GoPro Hero 7 Black, we have a Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, a $100 Adorama gift card, and also each winner will get the Octapad. I have to say, this is one of my favorite little camera accessories because it is so darn versatile. I can use it to support my GoPro, my lights. It does so much. The contest runs until April 15th, so time is running out to enter. Here's what you need to do. Step 1, like this video. Step 2, leave a comment below. In fact, the more of our videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the more chances that you have to win. Step 3, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And that's it. For complete details on the giveaway, check out the description below. Well, I hope you found these tips to be helpful. If you did, hit the like button down below. If you're currently not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. While you're at it, smash the hell out of that bell to be notified each time we come out with a new video. All right, my friend, I'm going to jump off here for the day, and you get out there and create your best shot.